How's it going, Chris? Hope you good on your end. Thank you for your question. It's really an interesting question. So the reason why I expected price to come below the V, or rather for the V not to hold, was because of the following. Let's dive into it. So yeah, basically, if you have a move up, then a pullback, and some sort of a V, I like to see my V hold to show the desperation of a buyer. Then I would like to see my initial FOMO, then dash, and we go. But with this particular one, you see how aggressive the buyer was. He had a refresh, tested those high volume profile areas or whatever. Then we had a buyer. If you compare the left side of the store owner or the view formation and the buyer, you would know, or rather testify, that the buyer is more stronger than the store owner. So seeing that aggression, I don't expect the store owner to give any further discounts, but instead of holding price and refusing to give further discounts, he decided to give more discount again, and it came a bit aggressive. So that was illogical to me, and instead of holding price around those areas, he held below. And it was around this day, or this candle, I mean, the time we are monitoring it. So already those were signs that the store owner wasn't convinced by this buyer. So it was obvious to me that this price, wasn't sufficient enough for the buyers. So I anticipated or expected price to come a bit lower than this price, which is around this area. As you can see with the volumes, as you can see with the volume there, some high volume around this area. So that's why, or that's part of the reasons why. And just like anticipated, price is dropping here. Also, if we just go further into this, I also factored in the correlation. So if you can see, same with the Aussie USD, price is going up, refresh. We have a buyer, lopsided V formation. If this is a lopsided V formation, we know the buyer is aggressive and he should hold the price. FOMO, dash, and go. But instead, the store owner decided to give further discounts, which is illogical again. If you got a buyer here and he's aggressive, why are you giving him more discounts? So that wasn't making sense to me. And from there, made a sort of a low, already challenging the V, and seeing how this buyer was doing, I wasn't convinced really the buyer was still around, and I anticipated for price to come below this, around somewhere this area, because of the volume here again. And as such, price is coming below. Already you see buyers quit there. So if you can test, and up we go. I'll try and trade this one. Again on New Zealand, it's the same thing. We know that New Zealand was even a more confirmation, because we knew New Zealand was very, very strong across the board. Even from the weekly analysis done by Tony, we knew that New Zealand was a bit strong. So if New Zealand is strong, it should hold the price above. This was the most pair I expected price to hold on, but that wasn't the case. We are already breaking, or starting to break, those lows, and this is a very, very strong pair, which didn't make sense to me. Also, New Zealand was sort of my leader like it was leading the group. So eventually we had that break. I knew price would come below. But for pound USD, this is what I expected. You see, strong move up. You can say that was a V, then that was a hold up, some sort of a formal, then we go. This is what I expected. That it was only on pound USD, the rest are a kind of weak, or rather not ready to go. So all these signs contributed to my conclusion, saying price would come a bit lower than the V. Not only that, if you go to the daily, let me just clean it up. So yeah, just to continue, I'm on the daily now. So if you see on the daily time frame, that was our buyer, very aggressive, but we didn't have a pullback yet. If this was to go, I wasn't expecting to see that end a failed attempt. I needed to see something like a breach, slight pullback, and higher high already. Since you are desperate, then go. I don't expect you to fail, then do another run, then going again. So from there, that was some sort of a refresh. It was on this day. So seeing that this first, you can call it a set one, failed to make highs, I expected price to come below that. On Euro USD, that wasn't the case. We didn't even have a pullback there. Like there was no change in color whatsoever. If you call that a change in color, that would make sense. But still, it didn't show any signs of going. On pound USD, we didn't even have a pullback of some sort. But you see how aggressive this guy was. Give him a slight discount and go. This is what I expected. Not give him a slight pullback, then fail, then come a bit lower, then go. No. Just want to give him a pullback and go, just like it happened on pound Aussie, or pound USD, sorry. Then for New Zealand, same thing. Give him a slight discount. He should go, but he couldn't go. Then he started coming down. So definitely, you're coming below that. And as soon as we got below that, the news opted in to move the price to the upside. So yeah, that's basically it. In conclusion, I would say what helped me to anticipate that was correlation. Also understanding the story rate from the 4-hour and the daily. Understanding what buyers want and what the store owner wants, and if what the buyer wants is already there, it's readily available, but the buyer doesn't take it, then that's a sign there's something wrong, or rather he's not happy with what is there and he will decide a better deal. So let me know what you think, and if my feedback or reason has given sense, and looking forward to it. Thanks for the question once again. Cheers.